Wolves versus Norwich in the FA Cup this weekend. Finally, we don't have to speak about the transfer window or have fans moaning or whatever. It's just football's back, and hopefully we can continue our momentum because before all this transfer stuff and everyone moaning on deadline day or whatever, the mood around the club was really good, and this is an important month now because I know we all spoke about how hard the Christmas fixture list was, but because of postponements and stuff that went on, it wasn't actually that bad of a month. Whereas now this February month is hard. Like obviously Norwich is a cup game, right? So it doesn't really matter that much for our league form, obviously. But these next, especially with the Arsenal game being rescheduled now, this February month is going to be crucial. Like we could finish this month genuinely in the top four, or even maybe, well, yeah, probably in the top four, or we could be eighth or ninth. And if we lose all these games, Brighton, Villa, those sort of clubs could be above us. And look, the FA Cup's not a priority for me. Norwich at home is a pretty boring tie as well, but look, no one's going to complain about an FA Cup run. And although Norwich's numbers are awful, they're not been bad since Dean Smith has come in. Like this is the Premier League table from November 15th, and that's when they appointed Dean Smith. Obviously his first game was against us, right, in which we drew, but the Premier League table since he's took over, they're 15th. So, and there's four teams that are clearly below them in Newcastle, Palace, Burnley, Watford, and Everton. So, I'm not obviously Norwich the whole season are terrible. Conceding 45 goals is ridiculous. Only conceded 30 as well. Which to be fair, there's only a few less than us, right? We've scored 15, I think, in the league. But conceding 45 is ridiculous. And if we want to start, obviously we've scored some goals. In kind of recent games, but if we want to start picking that up over the season, this is kind of a good place to start. In terms of what I'd go with, I would rotate a bit because when you look at this February month, there's going to be a ridiculous amount of fixtures against good sides. This isn't our kind of rotated 11 with the little depth we have should beat Norwich anyway. Obviously Ruddy will play in goal. I'd play Jose Sarr. I don't really see the point in playing backup goalkeepers, but he's obviously going to play John Ruddy. I keep Totti Gomez in there. I don't see why you wouldn't. This is a cup game, so you're going to rotate anyway. Roman Sace just come back from the AFCON, 5-6 days ago. There's no point disrupting that back three. Keep him in. Obviously Marcel and Keanu Hervé, I assume, will come in. I don't think Keanu Hervé played the last cup game because of COVID, but he's good enough to come in for this game, same as Marcel. You might as well, obviously we don't have any midfield depth really, so you might as well use the little we have and play Leander Dendoncker. Giammattino's going to be important in this run-in, and especially if we keep playing midfield threes against these bigger sides like we've done recently. Like a lot of these sides, you could imagine Bruno wanting to play a midfield three, and you'd say Giammattino, as much as he's consistent, is the one that's most likely to get tired, so you probably bring Dendoncker in, and then I keep the wing is pretty the same. Obviously we don't have Adama anymore, so that's not a contentious point, right? Like it normally is. And maybe that will help Trincao. Maybe Trincao not having Adama's pressure behind him. Maybe he can just have that spot to himself, because I know Chiquinho plays off the right, but I assume Chiquinho's not going to start or play regularly. I mean, it depends how he does in training, I guess. But this is Trincao's spot now. He's got 17 games left and some FA Cup games. Obviously, he will already. Let's be honest. Trincao's joining us in the summer permanently, whether you like it or not. It'll be a swap deal with Barcelona. I mean, it'll be two separate deals, but this will be a swap deal. Trincao will be at Wolves next season. But it's a chance to prove himself. He said it. I think he's had an okay first half of the season, but nothing spectacular. Kick on now. You've had your break. You've gone back to Portugal. Come back, kick on. And I'll play Fabio as well. Why not? Jimenez didn't go away with Mexico. He wasn't on incredible form before that injury anyway that kept him out against Brentford. And I know Fabio didn't have a great game against Brentford, but we played a front two in that game. I want to see Fabio in an actual front three rotating with Potenza and Trincao. So that'd be the lineup I'd go with. And look, I'm not saying this Norwich game will be easy, but I think it's a good game to play at Norwich. Norwich had some okay form before the break. They beat Everton and they beat Everton and Watford. But let's be honest, Everton and Watford are the two worst sides in the Premier League on form. And before that, they lost to Arsenal 5-0. Did they lose to Villa? Was it Villa they lost to? Yeah, Palace and West Ham. Like those are teams that are kind of more on our level. And when Norwich are coming against them, they haven't really been great. And I don't think this Norwich squad is as bad as some people make out it is. But ultimately, our squad's good. We're eighth right now, and I know it's not. I know this isn't a league game, but we have to assert ourselves as the dominant side. We can't have this mentality, or maybe Norwich will scare us a bit. Like if we want to push for top six, we have to go out like a top six club. These are games we have to win, and I suppose it's not a big deal if we go out of the cup. Like whatever, we've got a small squad anyway. We can just focus on the league. But a cup run's always nice. And if we do fall away in the league, like I don't know when the next FA Cup fixture is, but I assume it'll be like start of March maybe. We could, let's say we lose 3 of these 4 games, we're out of a top 6 race. Especially if we lose to West Ham and Tottenham, who are the clubs kind of around us. So it's kind of important we do win this Norwich games. If we lose this and then go on a terrible run in the league, all of a sudden you've lost your European hope, and you also don't have the FA Cup to fall back on. But yeah, I think we'll win this game. I'm not really worried. I think we'll win it comfortably. Norwich aren't good. They don't care about this game, or at least I assume they don't. I know Dean Smith won't care about it. It's at home. They won't really bring many fans. Should be an easy win for me. I'd be surprised if it wasn't. So yeah, I think we'll probably win, 2-0. Norwich don't really have a goal threat and they can't defend. So I'd be stunned if we didn't win this game, to be honest with you. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and yeah, peace.